So in this example, we'll be looking at something called factorials. We'll be introducing them and looking at how to use factorials and add and subtract them together. So you may note in the previous examples, we needed to multiply by decreasing integers. What I mean by that is we had 9 times 8 times 7 and 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3. Now this can get a little tedious, so we're actually going to learn, and you may already know this if you do specialist, something called factorials. Factorials are a shortcut. It's a way of multiplying decreasing integers in an easier way. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our factorial, okay, which is shown just here, and the equation for factorial is n factorial. So whenever you see n exclamation mark, it doesn't mean like, oh wow, it just means n factorial is equal to n times n take 1 times n take 2 dot 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 until it gets to the end, which is times by 1. N has to be a positive integer for this to work. So let's think of an example. If you want to calculate 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, instead of saying that, we can just go, well, how about we just go 5 factorial. So if I type in 5 factorial, then in my calculator, I'm just going 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. How convenient. So what do factorials do? They help us simplify working for permutation / arrangement questions. So we're just going to practice using factorials now for factorial. Okay, so for factorial, let's just have a look at that one there. 4 factorial is equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and that would be 12 times by 2, which is 24. Simple as that. Now we have over here 5 factorial will take 2 factorial. This is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 take 2 times 1. So that's the 2 factorial bit. And then we go from there. 5 times 4 is 20 times by 3 times 2 times 1 is 6. Take 2. And therefore we have 20 times 6 is 120 minus 2. And we get our final answer of being equal to 120 minus 2, which is 118. We've completed those examples now. I want you to have a shot at the your turns. Pause the video now and have a shot at those. Play when you're ready to go. All right, we'll have a look at those your turns now. 6 factorial. So as from before, 6 factorial is the same as 6 times 5 times by 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, if we evaluate that, 30 times by 12 times by 2, and we know this is going to be 360 times by 2, and what we get there is going to be 720. And one way you can always check is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 720. Fantastic. Okay, part B, very similar thing. Now, I'm going to cheat here a little bit. I already know what 5 factorial is from this example. I know it's 120. So it's going to be 120 plus 3 factorial. So we're adding this time. 3 times 2 times 1. We get 120 plus 6, which is 126. If I wanted to confirm that, you can just chuck it in the calculator. So there we go. We've just completed our first part of factorials, adding and subtracting them, and we'll move on to setting up our class pad to help with our canning techniques.